standardizing football rules. The oldest surviving football club in the world recognized by FIFA is Sheffield FC, which was established in 1857, and they currently compete in non-league division. The first official match recognized by FIFA was Scotland versus England in the year 1872. Lisa, can we move to the following slide?
Yes. We have some answers in the chat box.
Oh, let's see them.
Nothing, almost nothing.
Oh, really?
It started during the 19th century.
Yes.
Yes, well, it is very old.
It is very old, and it relates to the modern football game. Like I said, some instances of football can be traced back in time as old as the Aztecs.
Yes. Yeah. Here we have a picture.
This is a match.
This was on France, at France.
The medieval times. Can we move to the following? Yeah.
Okay. Here we have some more curiosities about the World Cup. It was originally created in 1930. It's an international association football competition in which the senior men's national teams of the members of the FIFA participate. It's held every 4 years. There is an exception in 1942 and 1946 because of the Second World War. There is a qualification phase which takes place over the preceding 3 years. And there are 32 teams, including the qualifying host nation in the tournament phase.
During the World Cup for 2026, which will be hosted between Canada, the USA, and Mexico, they are planning to increase that number to 48 teams. Next one. Okay, some facts about the World Cup. The winner's trophy is 36 centimeters in height. It weighs roughly 6 kilos in weight and is made of 18-karat gold. The winning country keeps the real cup till the next World Cup and gets to keep a gold-plated replica permanently. Argentina has 2, for example. Next slide, please.
Well, we have more curiosities.
Okay, did you know that up to this day, there has been 21 World Cups tournaments and they have been won by 8 national teams?
Brazil has won 5 times and they are the only team to have played in every tournament. Germany and Italy have 4 titles each. Argentina, France, and Uruguay have 2 titles each, and then there is England and Spain, who only have 1 title each.
Europeans have won 12 World Cups, and South American teams have won only 9. This is the equation so far.
Okay, which country will be the host for the FIFA World Cup 2022? The country is Qatar. It is a country located in Western Asia. It is officially named the State of Qatar.
Okay, next slide then. Okay, when we have some important information about Qatar, its capital and its largest city is Doha. Their official language is Arabic. The common language that they speak is English, of course. Their official religion is Islam. 65.5% of the population is Muslim, and their government is an absolute monarchy. Some more facts about Qatar. The 2022 World Cup will be held in Qatar for the first time. It will be the first time that Qatar participates in a World Cup tournament. And it will be the first World Cup played during winter in the Northern Hemisphere. Normally, this is played during the summer, but due to the extreme hot in Qatar summer, the event will be moved on to the winter. Next slide, please.
Then we are going to talk about the countries that haven't host of the FIFA World Cup. Do you know which countries? If you know, you can write in the chat box.
There's been a total of 17 countries, so if you can name a few.
Argentina, Brazil, South Africa.
Argentina,
1978.
Japan, yes. They co-hosted the 2002 World Cup with South Korea. Italy, yes, Italy has hosted the tournament twice, once in 1934 and the second time in 1990. Russia was the last World Cup, yeah, 2018. And Mexico, 86, yes. Diego, I love you as well.
Then we are going to talk about Maradona.
Yes. Uruguay, yes. Uruguay was the first country to ever host the World Cup. Okay, shall we show them the map then?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the map with all of the countries that have hosted the World Cup alongside the year. Yes, I agree. Okay. Okay.
We have some interesting information about some countries that participated in the Cups.
Okay, let's start off with Brazil. Brazil is the team with the most World Cup wins. They have won 73 games at the tournament. Brazil also holds the record for the most wins in one tournament. They won 7 matches in the World Cup in South Korea, Japan in 2002. Brazil, alongside Italy, are the 2 countries to ever win the tournament twice in a row. And Brazil is the only nation which has played in every single tournament. Next slide, please.
Then we have England. England has hosted the tournament in 1966, and it was the only time they won it. They defeated Germany 4-2 in the final. And England is the team that has lost the most World Cup penalty shootouts, having lost on penalties in 3 separate World Cups.
We could add that one of those penalty shootouts that they lost was against Argentina in the year 1998. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's talk about Germany. Germany has ever failed to make it past the group stages in the World Cup twice. Once in 1938 and then in 2018. So we were really lucky to witness that event. In terms of top 4 finishes, Germany is the most successful country with 14 top 4 finishes in total. And of course, because of World War II, Germany and Japan were not allowed to take part in the 1950 World Cup. Shall we continue?
Next.
Yeah.
Then we have South Africa. In 2010, South Africa became the first American nation to host the FIFA World Cup. And South Africa has been the only host country to be eliminated in the first round in 2010.
Yes, let's continue. Okay, well, we have some more interesting facts. Italy is the team with the most number of draws. They have 21 in total. During the World Cup in 1950, India withdrew from the World Cup, and it is rumored that it was due to the fact that they weren't allowed to play barefoot. Well, then we have the highest scoring game in the World Cup, which was in 1954, a match between Austria and Switzerland, where Austria defeated Switzerland 7-5. Next one, please. Yes.
Well, Mexico has the most World Cup losses with 27 losses. Of all the countries that have appeared in the World Cup, Indonesia has played the least number of matches, just 1 in 1938.
It must be mentioned that at those times the tournament had different rules, so that is why they were only allowed to play just 1 match, which they lost.
Yes, and then we have Argentina, which is the team with the highest amount of red and yellow cards across all the World Cup tournaments they have played in.
We like to play rough. What can I say? Okay, with 7 appearances, Cameroon has qualified for the World Cup more than other African nations. Only 3 African nations were able to get past the quarterfinals, which are Senegal, Cameroon, and Ghana in 2010. The Netherlands has reached the finals in 3 different occasions, but they have never managed to win it. The latest being the 2010 World Cup final against Spain. And Hungary is the country that scored the most goals in a World Cup match, where in 1982 they managed to defeat El Salvador 10-1.
Well, now we are going to talk about interesting facts about the World Cup players.
And of course, we have to start with Diego Armando Maradona. Okay, he has captained Argentina on 16 different matches from 1982 and 1994, which is a record in World Cup history. He also holds the record for suffering the most number of fouls within a match, when in 1982 played against Italy, he was fouled 23 times, so they couldn't stop him. And also the most number of fouls suffered in a World Cup tournament. He suffered 53 fouls during the World Cup in Mexico 1986. Let's continue with the following.
Yes, now we have Pelé. At 17 years, Pelé became the youngest winner of a World Cup. He scored twice in the final against home side Sweden. Pelé is the only player to have been a part of 3 World Cup winning teams.
It must be mentioned that his record for scoring in a final is also because of being the youngest player to do so. Let's continue. Okay, and we cannot talk about football without talking about France, the latest champions of the World Cup. In Russia 2018, Rafael Varane became the 9th player to win the World Cup and the Champions League in the same year. And of course, Kylian Mbappe, our nightmare, at 19 years of age, was the first nation to score in a World Cup final since 1958, which was the year Pelé scored in the final against Sweden. Let's continue. Okay, now let's talk about the Germans. Okay, Miroslav Klose holds the record for the most goals scored in World Cup history, with 16 goals. And Thomas Müller has the most World Cup goals out of currently active players. Mathematically, he could smash the record set by Miroslav Klose. Let's continue. Okay, we know that winning the World Cup is really hard, but imagine winning the World Cup as a player and then as a manager. Well, only 3 people have managed to do that. Franz Beckenbauer from Germany, Mario Zagallo from Brazil, and Didier Deschamps from France in 2018. Okay, this is a record about goals. Okay, the Frenchman Jos Fontaine has currently the world record for most goals scored during a single World Cup, with 13 goals in 6 matches during the 1958 World Cup, while Oleg Salenko has the most goals scored in 1 match, with 5. Okay, next slide, please. Now we have to talk about Gabriel Omar Batistuta, which holds the record for scoring the most hat-tricks in 2 different World Cup tournaments, and Turkish Hakan Sukur with the fastest goal scored. It was during a match against South Korea, when in the 10th second he scored a magnificent goal, one that if you blinked, you missed it. Let's continue. Okay, let's talk about goalkeepers. Let's start with Peter Shilton. Peter Shilton holds the record for most clean sheets in a World Cup, with 10 during the 1966 World Cup. And then we have Esa Meladari, which became the oldest goalkeeper to ever play in a World Cup tournament, when in Russia 2018 played at the age of 45 years old.
Well, now we prepared some questions, a trivia. So you can participate with all the information that we just shared.
Sure.
If you want to participate.
Time to assess what you learned.
Yes, you can write in the chat box or you can speak if you want. You can unmute.
Okay, whenever you're ready, we start.
Yes.
Okay. First question. Which country has appeared at every World Cup finals since the first one in 1930? A, Germany, B, Italy, or C, Brazil?
Okay.
Brazil, Italy.
Brazil.
Yes. Okay.
See the answer then?
The answer is,
of course,
Brazil. Very good. Congratulations to the ones.
Answer correctly.
Yes.
Let's continue. How many teams participate in the tournament? A, 24, B, 32, C, 48. Okay, we have an unanimous decision, I think, with 32.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's show them your answer.
The answer is
32. Yes, congratulations. And here we have all the teams that took part in Russia 2018. You count and you see that there's 32 teams. Shall we continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next question. Who is the only player who has won 3 World Cups? A, Pelé, B, Cafu, or C, Ronaldo? Pelé. All cups have the same number of participants?
No. That was changed through time. First, they started with 8 teams, then the number continued increasing, and it is planned for 2026 to incorporate 48 teams into the World Cup. So it's 32 nowadays.
Yes. Okay. The correct answer is Pelé.
Nice picture.
Yes. I love this picture.
Okay, shall we continue?
Yes.
Okay, who is the all-time top scorer in World Cup history? A, Ronaldo, B, Miroslav Klose, C, Thomas Müller.
We have different answers.
Yes. But
Klose.
I think most people chose Klose. And
Yeah.
you would be right to do so. Miroslav Klose smashed the record set by Ronaldo. Ronaldo had scored 15 goals, and in Brazil 2014, Klose managed to score 16. Shall we continue then?
Yes. Klose.
And there we have the famous or infamous, if you are Brazilian, match against Germany and Brazil, 7-1.
Okay, next questions. Which country has never won the World Cup despite having reached the final 3 times? A, Russia, B, the Netherlands, or C, Portugal? Santiago knows a lot. Yes, he's a big fan of football.
Yeah.
Netherlands, yes.
Yes.
So, Russia.
Okay. Show the answer then.
The answer is Netherlands.
Yes. They have lost against Argentina in 78, and they've lost against Spain in 2010. I don't remember the first time they lost. I think it was against Germany in 1974.
Yes.
Okay, which country has won the first ever World Cup? A, Argentina, B, Brazil, C, Uruguay.
Uruguay, Argentina,
Okay,
Brazil.
let's see.
Let's see.
Of course, the winner was Uruguay. Uruguay beat Argentina 4-2 in the final. It was the first time we ended up runners-up. So sad.
Yes.
Yes. Let's continue then.
Which host nation is the only side to be eliminated in the group stages? A, Chile, B, Mexico, or C, South Africa? C, South Africa.
Yeah, it seems that everyone has picked
Yes.
option C, South Africa.
The correct answer is South Africa.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes.
I've been paying attention. It shows I'm proud. We are proud. Okay, which countries have won the tournament twice in a row? So there's two countries. So it's either A, Argentina and France, B, Brazil and Italy, or C, Uruguay and Germany.
B. Not sure, I think it's B. Well, let's see.
Okay. And yes, the correct answer is Brazil and Italy. Yeah, Italy managed to win it first in 1934 and 1938. Okay, following question. Risa has give it away. Let's pretend it didn't happen.
Let's pretend that it didn't happen.
Yes. Which country has finished in the top 4 the most times?
Germany, Brazil, Germany. They get there almost every time. Yes, that's true.
And okay, let's see then.
Germany.
Yeah, the correct answer is Germany. Germany has managed to finish in the top 4 14 times. Most successful nation.
Yeah.
That. Okay.
Okay. Why were the 1942 and 1946 World Cups not played? Option A, because of the First World War. Option B, because of the Second World War. Or C, because of the Cold War.
Okay, this is
Because
a mix between football and history, so you'll be failing both if you answer correctly.
B. Everyone's saying B. Well, let's see. That's correct.
Yes.
Because of the World War II.
Congratulations, everybody. I think that was our last question.
Stefano, I think you know something else. You can add something about World War II.
Oh, yeah. So, the World Cup from 1942 was called off because they were in the middle of the war and they couldn't host it. And in 1946, it was called off due to lack of funding. There was no money.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Well, we have Lionel Messi here with a quote that we want to share with you. To round up
the presentation, we have chose 2 quotes that we like. Stefano, if you want to read what Messi said.
You have to fight to reach your dream. You have to sacrifice and work hard for it. And the following: the game of life is a lot like football. You have to tackle your problems, block your fears, and score your points when you get the opportunity. That was said by Luis Grisard. I hope you like it.
And then we have this song.
Yeah, from
I
the
don't
1990.
remember.
Yeah,
Yes.
from the 1990 World Cup host in Italy, and in my opinion, the best ever World Cup anthem. So I want to share it with you.
Yes.
Hope you enjoyed the
Well,
presentation.
thank you, everybody.
And we
We
want
hope
to
you
thank you
liked.
for your time and your patience and
Yes.
your participation as well. So thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
to
you.
Sierra. Thanks to Euge that helped us. She helped us a lot.
Yes, we want to.
Bueno, yo los invito a todos los que están acá presentes que se desmuteen y así les damos un aplauso a los chicos que han trabajado un montón para participar en esta Semana Internacional con esta presentación. Ellos son alumnos de segundo año, así que han trabajado un montón, lo lograron, así que es un honor para mí haberlos acompañado, así que me parece que si nos desmuteamos todos, podemos darle un gran aplauso por su trabajo. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias por estar acá. Muchas gracias. Bueno, ahora a las 5 tenemos la próxima charla. Es para toda la familia, es sobre el aprendizaje de italiano, así que los invitamos a seguir estando conectados en esta Semana Internacional que hoy empezó y tenemos actividades hasta el día viernes, están todos invitados a participar. Teo, no sé si querés decir algún mensaje, que vos estás a cargo de todo, pero bueno, más o menos es
A mí me
eso.
dieron un cartelito que dice mi nombre, ya es demasiado.
Bien.
Pero no, nada, sí, primero nada, felicitarlos a los chicos. Sabemos que no es fácil porque todo, bueno, como siempre, se suman más cosas, más responsabilidades, pero bueno, la verdad lo pudieron manejar bien, así que estuvo re lindo. Como les puse antes, nada, nos mantuvieron entretenidos todo el tiempo que duró la charla, así que bueno, nada, sigan así en estos años. Y sí, bueno, mañana seguimos con más cosas, más entrevistas, y así durante toda la semana. Mañana hay una copada con...
Hoy tenemos dos actividades, una hora a las 5. ¿Tenés el nombre a mano?
Sí,
Es
ya
en
te digo. Hoy
italiano.
tenemos 3 en realidad, Eugen.
Ah, buenísimo.
Sí, hoy tenemos. Ahora a las 5 tenemos Prepariamo le valigie, que es el taller de italiano para adultos. Así que está bueno que sumen. Lo da Julieta Bolis, es una de las coordinadoras de italiano del colegio. A las 18:15 tenemos la gestión del encuentro con Marcelo López. Y después a las 19:15 una charla con Laura Lewin sobre la evaluación formativa. Así que nada, bueno, las 3 cosas muy interesantes para los que se quieran sumar. Los esperamos y bueno, son muchas las cosas que hay que hacer, así que gracias por su participación en esta semana.
Gracias,
Bueno,
Teo.
gracias Teo, gracias Estefano y Brisa, excelente su compromiso y la charla. Bueno,
Gracias,
nos
Euge.
despedimos.
Gracias, Euge,
Hasta
por todo.
luego, gracias por acompañarnos.
Adiós. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bueno, salió.